1 second, Mirko.
Weekly community update for our community, token, fans, players, gamers. Sorry for a little bit delay to get live on YouTube. We had to fill up some capture because we did it many times. So sorry for that. Yeah, and the link, of course, it's available of YouTube, and the live just not showing up before. So yeah, it's hard to provide a link upfront when it's not live. So I hope everybody get the link. We are live. We're just waiting for a few more people to join. And happy to get more and more community members into the chat. You can ask your questions either in Telegram or in YouTube, and we will take your questions there. Yeah. We wait for a few more participants that we can, kick off with the AMA, with an update from my side, and also what we are planning and where we're going forward the next months, deadlines, tasks, missions, visions, and of course trying to get a better, let's say, with every AMA, trying to improve the topics and the delivery of the informations. Yep, happy to have everyone in the chat. Hi, Joe Smith, nice to see you. Tonton, good evening. Yeah, nice. More and more people joining. Waiting a few minutes. Hey, Scott Parker. Nice to see you. Valerio, nice to join. Frolik, what's up? All good? Hey, Vale, how are you? Maybe someone can check after Ivy. Yeah, she was very supportive in the chat, in the Telegram. Maybe she would like to join. So if someone hit her up, if you want to join the AMA, it would be amazing. She was just online. Valerio is here. Scott is here. Very nice. Don also. Edward. Nice. Okay, I think we start because it's anyway recorded and giving the people basically the option to also, you know, if it's not everybody's time, people busy, so I think it's a very good solution what we have with Remy. Just a quick shout out to our broadcast center, one of our core team members who is doing all the AMAs, hosting the AMAs, and yeah, and launching us now on YouTube. In the future, we're also going to be more live on Twitch and Facebook, but I think YouTube and Telegram to post the link, that's enough for now. So yeah, we start with the exchange listing. I think we had a nice launch on Bittrex. Our market maker, I think, is doing pretty well. We had some bigger, let's say, sellers. Usually it's the common practice. Once you list on an exchange and fees are cheaper, people moving funds from Uniswap over to the exchange. But I think everything is pretty well at the moment. If you consider the market conditions compared to other guilds, I think we doing pretty well. If you compare just the section in CoinGecko, you can click on tags and you can see guilds and scholarship programs. And for example, just bigger guilds who launched before us, they're doing not really much better, So I think we're in a very, very good position. I know everybody is more happy if the token would be in green, but at the moment, seeing the market conditions, I think we're doing really well. And it's a difficult times. We're still seeing some, there's a lot of noise about it. There's people saying it's going down to 30, people saying it's bear market is, maybe the next 6 months. So who knows? We're doing our best. And I think it's a very good, we need to see it from the side, like same with COVID, for example. A lot of people are complaining about COVID, but COVID also offers a lot of opportunities. And seeing this in this case, let's say it's now the bear market comparing with COVID, what I mean before, it's like, going forward, and it's time to build. So the expectations now to pump the coin to the moon, it's a little bit lower. You cannot expect it from any of the projects in crypto at the moment. So I think that's why we're having a very good time. We can focus on building. Of course, we're focusing on informing you guys, and all the building we do is to support the token. Remy, can you check if someone said he cannot hear anything? Can someone maybe give a feedback? Okay, perfect. Thank you, Remy, for the quick update. So again, talking about opportunities, I think maybe and it's one thing. I think what we recap now, to have a, if we would have a more experience, and I'm saying, like, for example, if you have crypto marketing, let's say, it's a heavy business. It's something not everybody's doing maybe in the right way, and we maybe didn't see how we can market all our products in once, so we focus on Unix gaming. And now let's say we onboard, actually we have 2 marketing companies to get all our products out there. And by talking about Unix verse, so Unix gaming is, of course, is the token, is where everything started, it's the guild. And we slowly going, or not slowly, I mean, like, let's say in the next 1-2 months, we like to transition more and more to the Unix verse side, because we have really a lot in our ecosystem, starting with the Launchpad, and the Launchpad is coming soon. So looking now for several collaborations with major Launchpads, not any Launchpads, but let's say the top 5, we're looking and having serious conversations to basically co-launch, because maybe for people who are not familiar with our Launchpad product, is, first of all, it's kind of the first guild Launchpad. I mean, we announced it way before anybody else. I know there's another guild having a Launchpad, but no project, so it doesn't matter. And not to be rude or anything, but yeah, I think the first guild Launchpad is one thing we can really be proud of. And in addition, that is not only, it's backed by gamers. So considering, and then just to highlight that, recap that, what does the game need, why our Launchpad is unique. And I can tell you now, and is first of all, first guild Launchpad backed by gamers. So we can offer, let's say, 200,000 gamers, plus we have looking at the moment, we're signing on a new streamer at the moment. Only with this network of streamers, we're looking maybe at the end of quarter one on 25 million on stream, and we also looking for incubating 20 esport teams and focusing on play to earn games and the tournaments, because the prize pool and sponsorships is also a huge part and for visibility, especially in the gaming space. So these three elements, adding to a launch, especially for a game launch, I think it's a huge value add, and that's why we have already a lot of games. They already agree with launching with us, but the status of the most games there at the moment actually just it's like alpha, beta. So until their launch is still a long way to go, but you will see definitely, I think, a lot of major launches by spring, summer. There's a lot of stuff going on, and also we talked with the co-founder of Axie Infinity. We talked a little bit about the because the Ronin chain is live. So yeah, definitely our Launchpad also support Ronin. This is another USP what we built in. Basically, it's easy to multi-chain because we anyway multi-chain to add Ronin, and it's a layer 2 of Ethereum. So I think it's a very interesting feature. And another feature of the Launchpad is basically that we have the traditional launch with basically just locking the IDOs, and then you get your there's a fixed price, but also we offer the balancer. So the balancer, I think in general, I think is the future of Launchpads, because it is more fair, it can participate more people. And yeah, I think this is a very awesome feature for the Launchpad. Just on that note, the name of the Launchpad will be Final Round. Considering the IDO or IGO is the final round, and in games or as a gamer, it's like me. It's like when I'm sometimes free time, and then I tell to my team, hey, even we play a few rounds, and then I come on one more round, final round, and then we go. So it's, I think every gamer can identify themselves with the final round. Launchpad, the name is good. We have a good support there. We have tech. The tech of the Launchpad comes from developers. They working on Holochain and other projects with our partner SL2. And it's basically the game accelerator. And again, we're looking at getting a major co-launch partnership, and that would be super, because it's kind of a gaming booster. There's no guild having a Launchpad with this massive of supporter, like streamers, players, esport teams, and this is the unique feature, I think, of the Launchpad. And again, it's just need to get started off, and it's only now the question, because also the games, they're not launching in that market, so we still talking to the games and Cradles, Karmaverse, and the point is basically a little bit that looking maybe for the right entry. And maybe Andy, if you want to share something more about the Launchpad, about the status and where it goes. He is basically the project manager for that, Andy, our CSO. So yeah, Andy, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yes, Andy, loud and clear.
Brilliant. Okay, yeah, we're having, since we've decided to launch the Launchpad, I think there's a lot of Launchpads that are just solely Launchpads out there at the moment that are struggling to get the best games in play to earn at the minute. That's not the case for us, When we go into projects like Cradles, Block Lords, Karmaverse, and a series of other games that we're talking to. We're not going in there with the intention of just launching these games. We're going in there with the intention of supporting them by whatever means possible. You know, we've probably got one of the strongest guilds out there. You know, everything from the way we handle community management to the way we actively get involved in testing the games, getting alpha passes. And even when some of these games just need a little bit of help or consultancy from our studio, you know, Demir or one of the team's always on hand to give them any advice that's needed. So we are like a supporting function for all of the new play-to-earn games that are coming out. And having many avid gamers on the team, Mirko, like yourself, Sally, Nick, even the CFO is a gamer. I believe this is where we're really different from everybody else. That's why Unix gaming, you know, becoming Unixverse and becoming a gaming platform, as Mirko pointed out, like the art of gaming, I think is so true. And I think that's why we're going to have so much success with our Launchpad.
Yeah, thank you, Andy, for that update. Yeah, so I have a few questions here. I try to answer them all. If it's about game, we're going to talk about it a little bit at the end. 1 second. Long-term holders. Yeah, for the token holder, of course, we have our tier system, and we currently setting up the private holder group. I mean, we have the Telegram, but we make it a little bit more private. It's going to be a restructure of our Discord, because we can unlock and give permissions to certain people, wallet holder, and we will be there. And I can tell you that we, especially these are the supporters from the very beginning who also go with us in this bear market and still there. So yeah, we are happy, of course, and sharing any kind of knowledge and what we have and insights. And of course, yeah, we're looking to get basically everybody the value what we wanted to give. You know, it's this is it allocations, is it NFTs, what we get for free, or you know what we get, you know, anything we get basically as Unix, and thinking as a DAO. You know, it's like it's just giving back in that private group, and of course to the DAO. I think is very, very important. It's one of our goals that we give all, let's say, all the patience you have and the trust in us. Yeah, giving back and in several ways, you know. So on that note, yeah, for the another major thing I want to talk about is the game studio. The game studio name is 1MHZ. If someone remember, there was a time it was only 1 megahertz in the games or in the computer, the technology involved. I think because it's a good time, because this actually, even before I was started, or most of the people who are now in the gaming space and building heavily, they're all from that era. So I'm talking now about like 30 to 40. Everybody remember the turbo button to get from 5 megahertz to 8 megahertz. So I think it's a nice retro feature. And yeah, just so about the name, what's the special about our game studio is basically, of course, we're building games. We're building 2 games. One is completely our own production. One is a joint venture. That's Vigilians. And the other one is Bibits. Bibits is our own production. It's a fun, entertaining game coming around July, August. We will, and Vigilance takes a little bit longer time. And yeah, we're looking at both games having the Unix token as a utility. 100% in our own game, Bibits. It's going to be the main currency. There's only one currency, is we want to make it easy accessible, not to give the game heavy kind of like they're not a governance token like X Infinity. We take basically just Unix as the token. For Vigilians, it's going to be a little bit more complex because it's going to be 100% GameFi 2.0. So what I mean by that, if someone is familiar with SimCity, for example, here quick shout out to our partnership and solid friend in the space. So basically, it's a GameFi 2.0 is, let's say, the next step, like really having and running ecosystem with taxes, with transactions, like. And having businesses inside the game, and this is what will happen in Vigilians. So basically, there will be vendors, there will be shops. Basically, you can sell and buy weapons, and then and there's taxes, and the vendor can be can be a business. What someone like same in Sin City, what people can own, and. I think in a cyber punk environment, same as Vigilians. Sally, please, can you drop the Vigilians link in YouTube and Telegram? That would be amazing. So so the joint venture, someone asked about the percentage of the JV. I cannot talk about that. I can tell that we are basically there's two smaller people in the joint ventures, more kind of an advisory and management and marketing part, and then the two major are the game studios, and of course our game studio and Avoidant Studios. These are the main shareholder on that JV, or let's say the main partner on the JV. With equal shares, because it's a let's say, I would say in team project, it's a huge project. It's a AAA project. It's, if you see the graphics, we will render even in 4K Unreal Engine build. By the time we're gonna optimize everything on Unreal Engine 5. So if you compare, let's say, other major titles, let's say the real Cyberpunk, what this came from out, I think 2 years ago. I've been there. I think there was working like 60-70 people on it. So to make that game basically a success, and not building for ages, because we're in the crypto space, right? To basically to support with expertise and key positions. Basically, we get into Vigilians. We met the guys a few months ago. It's been super good connection. We really we're really having a good, it's really all a true gamer, we really love what we do. And this is I think the motivation for Vigilians, and it's gonna be a huge title. But again, we on the way up, we looking now, soon we looking for the seed round. We only take on tier 1. There's no other let's say early supporter. We really want to make it a success. So Now, Joe Smith, I cannot talk about the split. This is convenient. But again, like Avoidant and Unix basically are the main joint venture. The other two are small. It's kind of an advisory joint venture. It's about strategy, marketing, and so on. And of course, the builder will get here the major, having the major share. It's not. It's the rebranding and the whole marketing campaign is for the social media and platforms will be done by us. Soon everything will be branded also with Unix. Another question from Joe Smith, just on that.
Mirko.
Yes, sir.
I believe some people are asking, will the Unix token be used as a utility token in Vigilians?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is it's the whole point of, like, we really have a governance token, but to having like a let's say an in-game currency, what you don't need to mint, not to having like a grinding pressure like on let's say in Axie Infinity. I think this is to have a let's say a limited supply, or sorry, a fixed supply for that. The Unix token is a very good onboarding tool, considering if you think about the token economics. And we have, ever since we planned already to have Unix token as an in-game token. So there's 25% of the total supply are community rewards, and yeah, and we have treasury as well. So there's a lot of things what we don't know yet how much is the final tokenomics. Really, it's a very or need to be a very flexible ongoing process with the ecosystem, because the space is still learning. Okay, and if let's say in half year a game comes out and have a really awesome ecosystem and with burn mechanism and here and there, then of course we will learn and try to improve and adapt this to our business, so it's really like we need to see a little bit how the market develop, and how the games, how is there, how the whole market goes, and what's the trends. But definitely Unix token, this is the whole point. That's what I mentioned in the beginning. All the projects basically, and I can go through other projects, what will all benefit the Unix token. It was just not possible yet for us. I mean, we're working on it now to really showcase the all the utilities we going to have for the Unix token. So and just go back quick to finish the game studio part, and then I quick summarize all the projects what will have the Unix token as a utility. So just from the game studio, we will announce tomorrow, because this is actually what is our game studio doing as well. Because for really expert developers to develop, for example, and not lower the developing skills here, but to develop a sandbox game or Axie Infinity or on Mana is not rocket science. Yeah, don't get me wrong. So, and our CTO of the game studio basically is super he's the brain of the game, of course. And we basically have the ecosystem builder partnership with Sandbox. We already announced it, but the official release on several notable platforms will be done tomorrow by our marketing agency Diverse, and we also kick off with Market Across, a well-known marketing agency in the space. So we start, I think Cointelegraph is tomorrow on it. We have this is, I think, the major. We're looking still for other publications, but we have several. Like, 1 second, I have it in the chat here somewhere. We have Cointelegraph, Bloomberg, Yahoo Finance, Benzinga. We have, it will be also released on MarketWatch, Nasdaq. So we have some combination with Twitter KOLs, and we're looking at 2 million following among all these publications for the Sandbox partnership, because it's the important part here, and to differentiate us again from other guilds is because guilds, most guilds, they're having a DAO. That's the only one thing. And I'm not saying I don't want to lower any guilds here, don't get me wrong. And having a kind of a gamer platform here and there, this is one thing. But the space is new, and what Unix want, and the Unixverse and the Unix community is we building a name here. Okay, it's like, before Coca-Cola exists, it wasn't there, but after Coca-Cola kicked off, now, because Coca-Cola was the first, any soda what comes after Coca-Cola is basically, you will be compared with Coca-Cola. And this is something, at least we need to try our best to really put a name there, like being so fast in building and in a quality way. I'm saying, let's taking just the example, if we just had a call on Saturday with Axie Infinity, because they started their kicking off their builder program. So we looking for getting that one done in March. We buying land soon for Mana, building also on Mana, the token from Decentraland. So being a metaverse builder, Sandbox, Mana, Axie Infinity, then we looking to invest maybe in Matrix Voucher, the land voucher. There's more and more metaverses coming. I'm not saying they'll be all super successful, but of course we can monitor the space. We don't need to be stepping in the very early stage, but if we can support these projects by building, because in let's say, for example, Sandbox, Binance have so much land, they cannot even develop it themselves. So there is our part comes into play. In every partnership, building in the metaverse, this is strange, and this gives you another name, another utility. People will know, okay, you can play with us, you can build with us. It's really to leverage the whole tools we have. And this you make your name as well like that. So this is a perfect marketing. It's long lasting. Also, you build a game by Unix in Sandbox, or let's say any plot of land, having a entertaining space, earning also for the DAO, returns from NFT drops, from the game mechanics and so on. So this long term, once you build, imagine, you establish a business in real life, and it's generating revenue. It will not disappear, and if you build your own metaverse business, you build a rental business, you build an ATM in Mana, you build whatever, like any game, it's and you not build it, if you even get paid, that's the interesting part. We even get paid to build, and then we earn from building and and NFT drops. So it's a very, very lucrative, and I think very supportive for the ecosystem way to go. So this is actually one of the key features beside the game development itself, the metaverse development. And in addition, we have blockchain developers, we building on the Unreal Engine or even Unity if the project, because it's easy to develop. Top experience in our team. Top CTO, he was last AMA, he was in the chat. We will have more in-depth talks with Damir and the game, and also with Avoidant Studios, that you can also get more specific game questions out there. It's all really early stage. I know Vigiliance looks very advanced, but the ecosystem is one thing, and it's an kind of building a world is not, it takes a little while, and then again, for the Unix token itself, if you think to holding or to give Unix a utility, of course, for a holder, it's first of all staking, what we already dropped. The game studio is the next part. It's a very common utility, and in the chat there's many times and many supporters saying it's a long-term project, and we're really looking for long-term. And I got it, man. I'm also very impatient when it's about crypto. It's like you want everything now. It's kind of we be saying like one year in crypto is like 10 years in normal life, or one day in crypto is like a month in normal life. It's like it's so fast, and that's why most of that's why we're building up with the utility. So we're building on the web app. I will share some screenshots of the web app in the chat after this one, because I cannot go screen share here. But so the web app is one thing. It's gonna be amazing. I think it's gonna be solving a lot of let's say gamer issue, connections between gaming guilds, players, community, NFT. So the web app definitely is as a community tool, or a communication tool, and also let basically integrate your wallet. And on that note, so we're also building on our own wallet, and it's also with some unique features. We have an awesome We had an awesome call yesterday with the developers, and we really having a kind of I wouldn't say multi-tool wallet, but it's have two key features, and I think this is very good for the gaming space and for DeFi. So super excited about that. So we have, just to recap, the staking, the Launchpad, the web app. We will have the wallet. Then of course the Bibbits game. We will have then sooner or later Vigilance, what is another utility. Learn to earn. This is something we're building on. I think it's very, very under the radar here. So Learn to Earn is basically a learning, education platform, because metaverse and education is also a topic what not so many people talking about equal education, and especially us. We partnered with guides, so it's not just like a webinar or a video what I record or one of our education team. No, it's you can really make regular education and getting real life certificates. So, and this is another utility, and maybe not the most powerful utility for a token holder who already is educated, but to get the message out there and giving kind of a free platform where people can basically earn while they're learning, and we looking also maybe to upgrade then the different classes, and getting really into like entrepreneur skills and so on. So there's more and more stuff with this Learn to Earn. So there's another utility, and then I think that's already a lot. And we have on the way like integrating the token, also in the website, and either through NFTs or through the token holding in your wallet, you will be able also to get basically access to our beta launch. If we have, for example, as a gaming guild, we get all the beta accesses. If for gamers, I think it's very interesting. So basically, what I said, like you hold your NFT, it's going to be an NFT drop for that, or you stake it on your, you connect your wallet with the website, and it gives you basically access to all the research and development sheets we do for every game we do, and the better access for games. Of course, all the token holder with the tier level, and in our private chat group there, it's enabled for everybody there. But if you're really interested, if you want to learn about the game space, and if you cannot wait, for example, or if you want to have proper insights for due diligence for games, then I think Unix Gaming is the perfect place. I think none of the others they're doing it only for themselves, if they should invest or not. But we're doing this due diligence anyway, so we can share it also with the community who is really interested. And so I think 7, 8, 9 utilities for the token, and long term it's gonna be super, I think, stable. And we're looking at a more growing environment. We reached our target of 5,000 scholarships. We're looking almost at a 25 million, depends on the next negotiations with the streamers on following there. Massive reach there. Also a shout out to Valerio and super support, always helpful, and of course others in the community as well. Thank you, Valerio. Then also again, just to highlight a few points what we have discussed, like the web app. Again, I'm not going too much in detail now because it's better to see what's the functions on the web app. The wallet is also hard to explain now, and because I don't want to mention all the features because of competitive reasons. But we definitely launching an NFT drop before the game. This is something we're looking at, and the NFTs, they're going to be also later on compatible with the game and giving you an upfront part already in the game, instead of waiting until July and August. So there will be an NFT drop for Bibits, for the fun and entertaining game. Easy accessible, it's on low fees. And of course, there are also many NFT drops for Vigilians, of course. Vigilians going to be more because it's a more complex game. And we have a lot of to show you. And a lot of utility there. And I think I go through some questions here. We have some questions lined up. I think the Vigilance and the JV, that was already answered. Second, then Andy, you have any question for me? Can you maybe pick some for me, Sully?
B-Bits, Mirko, you mentioned Vigilance. Obviously, the Unix token is going to be the utility token for B-Bits. Is there any more news on B-Bits?
Yes, of course. I will quickly drop the... Sully, please drop the B-Bits, the renderings and the character design in the chat, in Telegram, please. We working on basically Vigilance already is an ongoing project, just to compare that, and what we identified very quick was that having Vigilance and giving it, let's say, it's a longer project, and we don't want to wait, let's say, too much and keep people waiting. So that's why we build basically Bibits in between, and having Bibits. And I think at the moment, thank you, Sally, for posting it. And considering now the market, what is basically like a lot of games are like super low. Let's say, I wouldn't say it's high quality, and let's say comparing Axie is they upgrading now the graphic while the game is already live, So, and there's a lot of pixel games. It's a lot of games are retro. And of course, some games with graphics like Big Time will be a nice one. Of course, Startless and so on. But they're also big projects, and it also takes time. So that's why we drop a nice game, easy accessible, into the market by July, August, and both games plus the wallet and the app, we will be on the Blockworks event, permissionless, in Miami. We signed off the sponsor and the speaker contract. So Unix will be present there. We have our own booth, and also we will host an event there after the speaking event, where we will be basically the only guild in the GameFi guild and gaming section. So beside people from Coinbase, Multicoin CEO, Jiho, the co-founder of X Infinity, Delphi Digital is there. There's a lot of tier people. And again, I hope until that time, and I not hope, I believe that our two marketing agencies, Devers and Market Across, plus all our releases, I think latest in May, it's already burning Unix, and in the AMA, at the Blockworks event, permissionless, it will be live as well, so you can watch it. And of course, we will be getting the videos on our channel, and we're posting it on our socials and so on, to get, of course, the maximum out of it. And what we will do exclusively with Unix Gaming for Blockworks, for their blog, and its cooperation also with Bankless. We will do an investor guide. So basically, we talking about how to enter the metaverse space, how to get into DeFi, GameFi. So DeFi inside the games. What is like what you need to consider. And this is, again, it's like part also of education, what we do. So it's a perfect fit, and super excited for Blockworks. I think we're going also to Avalanche. We also in the Meta Week in Dubai. I think Andy can say after that a little bit about the Meta Week, what we do there, and who is there and who we represent there. So that's also a big thing. Then any with the Bibbits, again, it's a fire game. It's going to be the NFTs. I see there's a question. Bibbits is a game. This is basically, no, it's not turn. It's a imagine Mario Party, okay? Havis, Mario Party, Fall Guys, Squid Game. And I think a combination from that can explain the Bibbit game. And we're looking hopefully on a demo in 2 months time. The Vigilians playable demo is coming soon. So yeah, there's a lot of features the game becomes live. This is super important for the audience, not only for you guys, also for people outside of our people who not yet joined the Unix community and Unixverse. So also to go out there to the investors, for our marketing, and people really can touch and feel the game already. This is super, super important. And yeah, happy to share it, of course. And again, everybody who is token holder will know the first, of course. Our Discord channel will be set up soon, and then you get all your exclusive access, and we have more in-depth conversations there, and hopefully we maybe even play some games together. Yeah. Andy, any other questions? Yeah. Sorry, there's so many, and
no,
I'm talking so much.
If we can get through the questions a little bit quicker, Mirko, that would be great.
Okay. I speed up.
Hafiz has a question. When we release the NFTs for our games, are they going to be on the ETH network?
The NFTs for Bibbits coming soon. They were not gonna be mainly for Ethereum. It's the in-game NFTs. They will not be on Ethereum. If it's an NFT collection, it's gonna be on Ethereum. But it's just like a collection of NFTs. It's like there's 2 types of NFT drops we're gonna do.
Okay, perfect. When will the staking be available on Polygon? From David. We have, I think on Tuesday, I have a catch-up call with the teams from the Launchpad, because it's like we building in the balancer and the staking there. And of course, while we migrating, or not migrating, while we're switching basically to the staking on our Launchpad, then you have multi-chain for staking. Okay, perfect. Again, is there an update on now we've reached, I believe, 5,000 scholars? Is 5,000 scholars confirmed? And if so, will there be a buyback on the token?
Very good question. Yeah, 5,000 scholars are confirmed. Onboarding a scholar is, once they're profitable, is basically like after a month time, they need training. We really speed up the process. And so basically we train at the moment around 3,000 people. So, and before they become profitable, or no, they're already profitable, but we're looking at a quarter of 200 SLP on all the scholars. Seeing the current SLP price, we definitely want to make buybacks, but we might consider, and I can update you there on a later stage, because if we selling off now the SLP, we might don't get much out of it, like we don't have a real impact on the buyback. So as we also catched up with X Infinity, and they don't give clear dates, but they announced basically actually for last year the Arena version 2 update, what will support again the SLP token. So once the SLP is up, then it makes sense financially to make buybacks. At the moment, it's just basically if we doing buybacks, it's not really a smart move. And with update on that, I will come on a later stage.
Okay, perfect, Mirko. Another question here is what type of game is BBIT's going to be? You've answered that. A good question here from one of the community is that the white paper is not updated. When can we expect an updated deck? When will that occur? And also new roadmaps, etc.
Yes, that's we're working on it, because what we want to do, and I mentioned it in the beginning, we're working on showcasing the Unix verse now. So the complete white paper, light paper will be an update. It will be still, of course, Unix gaming was let's say, so give you, or better like that. So a light paper or white paper, when you go for fundraising, it's basically an idea or, you know, things you want to achieve. So we already achieved basically the token raise, and we have already built the community goals, most of it. So it's time to build, and we're building on it. You know, I can really, we have already the testnet for the Launchpad. We know exactly what we built. It's ongoing process. It just need time. So now, by seeing the whole picture now, basically we built the Unix verse, white paper, light paper. So we have all the things I just mentioned today in the AMA, like all the things we built, we will summarize with more detailed information and the key features of it, the highlights. And we're looking at a very, very technical token economics for the white paper part. You know, we really we're working with one of our advisors, and he's a specialist in tokenomics, to basically all the token utility to make it very, very smart and smooth, considering staking rewards and pay and buybacks and all these things we consider, and making a really, really proper larger ecosystem out of the Unix token among all these projects, and how they go hand in hand to make Unix really, really a stable, a very stable project, and of course a rising project. You know, it's just like the last, we started on a downtrend with our token without an exchange, so this is just a little bit the downside on that. And yeah, but we're working hard, guys. I can tell you, no sleep. Yeah, at this chair you see me in, it's like from 7 to midnight every day. So yeah, that's it. But yeah, Andy, any other questions?
Yes, Mirko. Someone who has been, consistently commenting in the Telegram, Ivy. I'd like to get her question answered. We were told that buyback at 5,000 scholars. Now it's being said it doesn't make sense. Can you just please reiterate that point, about the buyback? Why? Yeah,
okay. So the buyback was planned with let's say with an estimation of an SLP price. You know, looking at, let's say, 6 cents or 10 cents, something like that, because it's been discussed a long time ago with members from the game, that the lowest will be 6 cents, and then they're gonna heavy maintain basically the SLP token. So that was a good security for us, and then giving it, let's say, as a minimum. But you know, like, let's say we have 1 million SLP and we're selling it now for 1 cent, and by making, therefore, let's say, a buyback of 5 or 10%, the impact is not that high. You know, if we had, let's say, the same amount of SLP, because the amount of SLP is the same, but just now the price is not 6 cents or 10 cents or 12 cents or 8 cents. So we sell basically off the buyback, and we're not selling 100%. You know, so we're either selling 5 or 10%. But now this 1 cent, let's say this 1 million SLP by 1 cent is not that much anymore at the moment. Waiting until 6 cents, gathering SLP, making a buyback, and looking for really a financial, it's just something. It's not a final. We just like need to consider that, you know, at the moment in the current market.
Okay, brilliant. Mirko, a couple of questions here. The same question from a couple of our community. Just a sex update on the largest sex listing.
Yeah, I mean, it's really it's the topic. It don't let me sleep since we out of the launch, and I mentioned it in the other AMA. We had a very bad start. It's been the market flipped once, the market flipped twice, and we have actually a confirmation. I cannot name the top 5 exchange here, but they pending it. It's not on us, and to see an application is also getting the most out of it. So Bittrex was basically why Bittrex, for example, is we have a very good connection with Bittrex. Our market maker is an exclusive client from them. He do the market making for Bittrex. Gemini, I think crypto.com, not completely, of course, but partly so. And that's why we did the Bittrex partnership to at least get one. We do now another smaller exchange listing once I have a more solid date. We do one more smaller. It's targeting a little bit more US market with that one until we get finally our top 5 exchange. And it's not our project. We did the due diligence are done. The paperwork is basically ready to go. We need to create let's say the contract and adding liquidity. This is basically the status we are, but the exchanges, OKEX, I'm talking to my friend there, on friend and listing manager, but even it's like no chance. It's just like it's people moving their dates, other project, they're moving their dates around this market, and I feel sorry for my friend in Sin City. He changed the listing or the IDO in the first time when the market flipped. Then the second time their auction started when Bitcoin dropped another time. So it wasn't good timing. I hope that answered everybody's question.
So Mirko, can I just go over that point again? So yeah. We have an exchange listing with a top 5, all been agreed, but dependent on market conditions now will be when we list. Is that correct?
Exactly. It's not in our hands. We would list right away because we feel a lot of pressure again. But yeah, the exchange also, and the person we talked to, she said, yeah, you will shoot with like empty bullets, if you list now, so, and waiting for a greener market, and launching then when let's say, or when it looks like that the bear market is over, or at least Bitcoin is in a safer territory. And then she said, then be happy to continue, to proceed, so this is the status. Yeah.
Perfect. And we would love to tell the community who the exchange was, but I don't know if anybody knows, but the terms and conditions are, and the marketing package that you sign with these people is that if we was to name them publicly, then we would lose the listing. So we cannot name what exchange that is for obvious reasons. Another question, Mirko, regarding the Launchpad and the guild, how is the team structured for both, and where do you see the most value coming from for Unix long term, through the Launchpad or through the guild?
I think there is no Launchpad without the guild, because otherwise we just would be another Launchpad. And I think looking forward, only the combination make this a success. Yeah, because again, like I don't know how many 1,000 Launchpads out there, so, and to be the first now with this kind of backing of gaming, like the real game accelerator, the true owned by gamers, lived by gamers, built by gamers, this is the message. And again, without the community, Unix wouldn't be here. Without scholars, without you guys, Unix wouldn't be here. And without all that, we couldn't build a Launchpad, so. And yeah, I think the value will be always community, if you ask me like that. And I think for us and for as a token holder, I think you see more the value in the Launchpad, and this is perfectly fine because we working on a day-to-day with our community. We have 110,000 people in the community hired full-time. basically working for Unix, keeping the organization running. Just also that answered one question here from Kero. So yeah, it's a matter of organization. If you come from corporate background like myself, I was dealing with large teams of 220 people and dealing with 3,000 customers at the same time. This is a big job. So yeah, and yeah.
Sorry, next question, because we've got this a few times and I keep skipping it.
Yeah.
Treasury report is getting finalised as we speak. A lot of people are asking, when will that actually be released? What basis will that be on? Will it be monthly basis? Will there be a live report at some point?
Yeah, treasury report again, like getting we had to catch up a lot of stuff, all the transactions being done pre or launch, after the launch, and getting everything sorted, having a clear structure in the financing, and building the team there also for the accounting. That was a longer part, and going to 1 million transactions is not easy. We have a software for that, but still you need to double check a lot of things. Yeah, maybe tomorrow, but I think definitely the next week. I just don't want to give a guarantee, but I just talked to the COO and CFO. They're working since days straight on that, like no other things, only the treasury report. So I think tomorrow maybe, but definitely this week. And yeah, showing a little bit insights of our Unix organization.
Perfect. Edward Sebastian, where possible, without being God and predicting the future, please can you be selective in your Unix Launchpad launched games to ensure almost there are 1x in return on investment? This avoids current holders losing any more value, which would be a disaster. Edward, all I would say for that is the team are regularly talking about games that we're taking on. We've given the community the heads up with Karmaverse. We've had verbal confirmation from Cradles. I believe
Blocklords.
I was just going to say, I don't know if Mirko can mention that, but Blocklords have given us verbal confirmation. These, we believe, at the minute, are at the forefront of being the best play to earn games on the blockchain. Like I said, we've given you the names. You guys can always comment, do your research on these games, come back with any questions. And the first one should be, we're advising and we're trying to get it done as soon as possible, but we're probably looking at the first launch of Karmaverse to be the last week of February. Okay, so yeah, Mirko, can you touch any more on how we are being selective with the games?
Yeah, so I mean, it's like also us as a gaming guild, definitely we want to select only good games, and a good game definitely will stand out with quality. And again, we are like having so many angles we can support a game when launching. It's not only to get the visibility, also like, yes, we're supporting with community, but we have our marketing agency Diverse, we work close with. We can help them build in blockchain development. I'm not saying incubating, because this is would be opening. It's a more difficult to incubate. There need to be just a team dedicated to that. But yeah, supporting all the games on the Launchpad and selecting the right ones. And and you can even up front, you get all the due diligence done. And then I'm of course, we cannot be as a financial advisor, but launching games on our Launchpad is kind of an advice, right? So we give you the most transparency and the most professional, let's say, due diligence, what you usually not get up front. You need to read about the game or the project yourself. So we do the due diligence. We will collect all the marketing material, all the things what is out there about the game. Of course, also for us, we don't want to launch and ruin basically an investment, So this is definitely our highest priority there. And also as a gamer, you want to represent the good games, and I think good quality stands out always. Yeah.
Mirko, another question, just a little bit off topic, to do with the streamers and esports. I know you've been an avid esports gamer in the past. Can you tell us how we're looking to incorporate that into the Unix us?
Yeah, we working on a tournament system, not alone. I mean, because again, we looking for partnerships in that time. We don't want to build it alone heavily. We talking with a lot of Neo Tokyo citizen, and they the ones who organizing the tournaments for them, and basically looking at their kind of bringing first of all a partnership and tournaments there for esport teams, any kind of esport teams, anybody who want to sign up. Basically, we can support there. But for the esports section, and this is a very, very interesting topic. It could be maybe for another AMA if people like from esport or from gaming want to talk about this, because it's gonna be huge as well. And to incubate, this is something what we want to do. And here incubating comes then into play the game, because we basically want to help the games with expertise from our own expertise in the traditional gaming, but building now in a different market with totally different returns, because that time you play or in traditional market you play and you just convert time with game time. It's just like, but you don't have really, there's no return in it. And now with let's say NFTs and scholarships, we can basically build up a team and supporting a team, building them a scholarship system provided by us, getting them the right sponsors, all the VCs out there. We have all the connections. So getting them now connected with them and supporting them from the ground up, giving them even training and looking for coaches, and also thinking about if anybody of the community is interested as a token holder and want to be kind of, let's say, taking part in this and want to maybe support the teams either financially or with expertise, happy to do so. So that it's going to be kind of a manager. There can be managers, there can be gamers, and there can be organizers for the team. So there's a lot of people who can contribute in that space. And looking for sponsors, not only for spending money or supporting the teams, but also getting out there and getting a name. Like when the first league, and we're looking at maybe in the next 2, 3, 4 months when the league is live, and having an own league and in a closed cycle. Like we don't compete with the whole world. It's basically just in the league among the play to earn space, and getting more and more other esport teams inside. And that's a goal for the esport team. Recruiting starts in February on some point. We will note everybody, and I think the first gamers and teams will be released in March already. So looking forward to that.
Perfect. Just a quick reply to Edward's question. You definitely need a person whose sole job is scouting for Launchpad. More people, the better. Edward, we've got a partnerships team who are probably speaking to like 5 to 10 new games per week. So far, we've not been told no by any game. I think we're looking to launch 1 or 2 games max per month, and we're going to go for the best games that are on offer at the moment. What we don't want to do is just offer every game out there. As you can see, there's hundreds of games being developed and launched all the time, and not all of them are making good returns. Mirko, anything else you can tell us about anything new which is coming up? Any tech developments for Unix, or is there anything you want to talk about? I think we've gone through a lot of the questions. Thank you.
I think having AMAs like every second week, it's a lot to recap because I don't know who's all in the chat. So I think we produce now videos. And of course, the live will still take place. Maybe make the live AMA more like a very close round, and then maybe we can do it still like everybody in one Discord or Telegram or Google Meets, whatever. And giving like continuously updates on YouTube. Everybody can watch it. And thank you on that note for the community. It's super awesome. I know there's a lot of things not right. The people impatient, and it's like some moaning, some not, and I think it's it's normal in the crypto space. And and the space is new, play to earn. I think we're doing pretty well. And of course, I wish the token to be $10. Yeah, for sure, one time. And we have so much coming this year, and it's just a matter of time. Marketing kicks off. We will keep you more posted about the marketing, about the what we launch. I think for the Bittrex launch, you see how many publications we do. The marketing will be more funneled. So from technical side, I think it's just a matter of time until all this stuff is developed. Just to get one question here, I just saw it. Pegaxy. Yes, thank you, Chavez. We just had a call today with Pegaxy, and we looking for the stadium. What they releasing, and and the first horses are already breeding. So it's definitely a very good project, way undervalued, and it's a good time to get in. I think it's and even considering the market condition, this game is growing with a very good burning mechanism about the token. And if anybody want to know more about Pegaxy, we can make a private session, because it's very simple to run even a scholarship program. So even as you as token holder, no need to really take care of scholarships. We can teach you in a one-on-one session which horse to buy, which one to breed, and to make the scholarship program. It's super simple. It's a browser, so you only need a browser at the moment, and you can do everything from there. It's a few clicks, that's it, and then you basically have a side income. You help some people also getting some income. Super cool and super solid team. And way undervalued and getting more exposure now. If you're not heard about it, Pegaxy, check the Viscoin and of course the Pegaxy coin. Pretty good, and the user growth. If you need any other charts, you can check Dabrada, check Pegaxy. You see the user growth during this market, and they're growing and growing. So, and the demand on the horses is super high. So it's definitely one thing we got recently into, and building and trying to build a more stronger partnership with them. Anything what helps us and helps others, be happy to do, and hope everybody is doing well. I hope Omicron is stays away from you. For development, if you have any questions, please drop the questions in the chat, in Telegram. We have a suggestions channel. I try really to be there and answer everything. We're working hard. It's my life. It's our life to do that. We are gamers. We are like crypto fanatics, and it just takes time. Okay, be patient, guys. It's something like development. Especially if you cannot develop yourself, you need someone. You need to wait until they got it done. And this is, I'm very impatient. Believe me, gentlemen.
Mirko, I'm seeing as though the community have given us 230 likes. I think it's only fair that if we reach 250 likes, maybe next Sunday, we do another YouTube program like this, where they get to know the team a little bit better, where it's not so focused on sex listings, about utility of the token and where we're going, where you talk about maybe future up and coming games, current games that the scholars are working on.
Sure. I would say, any topic you want to really talk about the next or any point in time, let's catch up next Sunday with another live. We will be live then also on Discord, on Twitch, Facebook. So any topic you want to talk about games, about the development, we will try then to make an agenda about the video call, because otherwise we're here like now, let's more than an hour, and it's very, very heavy on input. without visuals. So next time I can do screen share, or Sully, our head of gaming, that he can go into some games. I can get our CFO on if you want. So please give us a little bit input, what you want to hear, what you want to talk about, which AMAs you want. We can sign up a few people just on that note for our beta testing for The Horizon. thehorizon.fun, an awesome game we will have there. We have capacity for 400 or 500 people. So if you're interested in that, just in the Telegram, our moderators, myself, who is ever online, will filter all the informations. We will try to build something up for the next AMA next Sunday, not in 2 weeks time. And yeah, and making an agenda, you will get notified what will be the topic. So you can either participate live if you free. If not, it will be recorded. It will be on our YouTube. And yeah, we're looking also for more AMAs with other games, with other projects. Tell us which one you want. And again, if you like to participate, again, we have a partnership team. Andy is there. If you bring on, if you want to, let's say, any partnership you like, or you have friends, I don't know, with other projects, with other games you think we should collab, let's connect us and be happy to support. We are a community, okay? This is something, very, very important, and super thank you for all your time, patience, and contribution. Being active, dropping the hearts in the channel. Thank you so much. And yeah, see you next Sunday. Thank you very much for this awesome weekly AMA. Perfect.
So you heard it here first. Next Sunday, 12 midday GMT time, we'll do another AMA with Mirko, and we'll keep it a little bit more fun. We'll put an agenda through this week on topics that you want Mirko to talk about, whether it's current play to earn gaming, esport gaming, if anybody would like to come on and maybe ask a few questions, or if there's anyone they'd like to, maybe we can get some of the team on with Mirko, just having a general chat about crypto, play to earn. We can arrange that. And a big thank you to all the community for keeping us on our toes in the group. David, Ivy, Scott, Shahid, like there's loads of you guys that make it fun a lot of the time and also really do push us. So a big thank you to all you guys in the community. I'm always there as much as I can when Mirko's not got me doing 100 other jobs. Thank you all so much, and we'll see you next Sunday, same time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. Have a great week.